Hello, everybody. Joe Bagnones here, and welcome back for another episode of MUV Love Unlimited. Unlimited? Yeah, the day after, episode 00. I thought my screen was messed up for a moment because I had to go into full screen mode, and I thought the table was like a white bar because it didn't go properly, but no, that is not the case. It's technically not the same day that I recorded last episode. I went to sleep. It's now 1 a.m., Got my nice pot of coffee. This time I decided to pour the cream right into the coffee pot and stir it around beforehand so that way you don't have to listen to me clink, 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 clink a spoon around my fucking coffee cup. But yeah, here we go. Looks like after this episode, or maybe at this episode, we're about at the halfway point, at least going by the Steam achievements. There's 12 achievements, and it seems like we get one after every single chapter / day that passes. So, yeah, halfway point. Woohoo, let's go. Let's get in there. I got nothing else to say, other than hopefully calmer heads prevail in this nice, awkward morning lunch. Oh, God. Trying to mow my lawn yesterday fucked me up. I thought all the pollen was out of the air, but I guess mowing it around kicked it all up. Kind of a weird thing to say good morning this late. Looks like I'm not the only one who didn't get a good night's rest. Lucky for us, we had the morning off. This place is deserted. No surprise, considering it's way past breakfast time. I should try talking to her. Got no idea how to break the ice, though. Just gotta plunge in, man. Operation Flying Boom's first supply station was set up without incident. Commander Darrell even complimented my performance. Here's hoping nobody checks the flight logs anytime soon, or we're in for one hell of a scolding. Our rescue attempt was a failure, but not completely without results. According to Mel, finding the lifeboats apparently raised the morale of the Navy pilots and the relay maintenance team. Well, yeah, even if it's not the results you wanted, you are getting results, so it's an improvement, no matter how minor. Thanks to us, people hold on to the hope that there may be others out there. Hope that perhaps we aren't alone. Which is a good thing, I suppose, except the commander and I can't feel that way. Because it's our fault things ended up like this. Yeah, this is beyond awkward. Can't just talk to her like nothing happened. Liu's been glancing my way for a couple minutes now, but she hasn't made any attempt to strike up a conversation. Well, I've been doing pretty much the same thing. Ah, screw it. Here goes nothing.
Lydia.
That's right. Put on your fucking big boy pants and have an adult talk.
一応所属まで確認できたらしい。
そうなんだ。
シアトル、海軍連中の補給艦だったろ。もともとあれに所属してた海軍補給部隊の情報なら、JFK のローカルデータベースにも残ってたってさ。
Now that the data link is down, we're unable to access the military personnel database. We can only rely on the files we have on hand. I.e., go to the email, go to fucking Microsoft Outlook, and go to like the big list, our address book that has like literally every single person at every single base in the military on there, and you can just search anyone and send them an email. Just make sure you got the right person before before you send it. That was a stroke of luck their names were on the database itself. That's not much of a reaction. Sure, we couldn't help them when they were alive, but now they won't be forgotten, I guess.
私にとってはただの追認だけど、ちゃんと確認できたのは確かに良かったわ。
Oh, look at that. Now she's reacting.
逆だったら分かんなかったかもね。
Huh?
私が死体で見つかってたらよ。
Oh.
もうおい。
Oh, that's not a nice thing to say in front of the guy who rescued you.
私たちもシアトルじゃお客さんだったから。
Oh, so that's what she meant.
海軍のリストに載ってなきゃ、今頃私もジェンドゥでしょ。
It's just a coincidence that JFK had a list of the Seattle's crew. And that's only because we have data on Navy personnel. It's highly unlikely we have anything on other Marine detachments, like Lilia's, or ours for that matter.
強化装備もあったし、認識表だって下げてたろうが。
まあね、わかってる。
Yeah, but
わ
hypothetically,
かってるのよ。
this girl really
強化
likes her
装備で脱出
hypotheticals.
したのはもちろん生き延びるためだったんだけど、
There's more?
真っ暗な海の真ん中でもう助からないんだって思った時、強化装備でよかったって本気で思ったわ。
Mm.
やめろよ。演技でもない。
Yeah, this is a little heavy for fucking breakfast talk
そうかしら。
over like some
これを着て
fucking
ればマリンパイロットだって分かってもらえる。
shitty fucking waffles and
データが残れば誰だったか気づいて
really
くれる。
bitter coffee.
やめろって。
だって怖かったのよ。死ぬことも怖かったけど、それよりも
Of no one ever knowing what happened?
死んだことすら誰にも気づいてもらえない。
That I can understand. We don't get to go back home in a body bag. Hell, we even used to joke about it. Want to visit a squad mate's resting place? You gotta pay your respects to the tank class. Pretty grim stuff, but that was everyday life in our war against the Beta. Still, the military might not find your corpse, but they have other ways to confirm you're gone for good, all thanks to the expensive piece of hardware we pilot, the TSF. Anyone participating in an operation against the Beta would be put in the record. Those who failed to return from a sortie were assumed KIA. If we never came back home, the other pilots would simply know we're dead. But it doesn't work that way anymore.
誰からも忘れられた存在になる。
Back in the day, if you didn't return, your fellow surface pilots would carry on the fight and keep your memory
それ
alive.
が何より怖くて。
Lilia served on the front line since the moment she got her wings.
リリア。
She might have relied on that unspoken vow to a degree that I can't even imagine. Dying is not the issue. Surface pilots are always prepared to die. But what every surface pilot fears the most is dying in vain, and being completely forgotten is much, much worse. That's so obvious now.
それが意味ってやつなのか。
I should have realized it sooner.
昨日言ってた。死んでても無駄じゃないってやつだよ。
そうよ。死者を悼み語り継ぐ
Mm-hmm.
英士だけじゃない。このひどい世界に生きてきた全ての人間の基本じゃない。
Yeah, those POW MIA events, they're kind of fucking depressing. I had to go to a couple when I was in the honor guard to do like colors, and we got invited to the dinners, and we stayed for that. And you know, it's like not very fun. It's a weird vibe, you know. Especially like when they get like the families up and they do the talks, and it's like so and so's been missing since like Korea or something, and it's like everyone knows, but there's no closure, and it's like. And part of the place where I am right now is it's the headquarters for mortuary affairs. So pretty much any bodies come through. So we get a lot of planes sometimes where it's like fly in. It's like, oh, what's this big stack of fucking crates in the back, like big metal boxes. Go look at it. It's like, oh, these are recovered remains from Korea and Vietnam that they just fucking got back. So yeah. Yeah.
無駄じゃない。無駄足なんかじゃない。そのことをウィルが理解できないなんて思いたくなかったのよ。
Look, man, this dude's like fucking 19 or something. I don't think we know Wilbert's age, but he's a pretty fucking young dude. Cut him some slack. This whole like deep mortality thing, and like he probably hasn't thought about it too much. What the hell? She has no right to say that. No right at all.
ま、昔の男のことは忘れさせてあげますよ。ぶっつけ本番でね。
レナード。
え？
レナード。前の男なんて呼ぶやつに言われたかねえよ。
あれはその。
お前が俺よりもずっと過酷な最前線で戦ってきたのはわかるよ。けどな、 俺だって合衆国の軍人だ。マリーンなんだよ。
And so was he.
遊撃地のヤンキーステーションでだってな、帰ってこなかった奴なんていくらでもいる。軍人やってて、兵士やってて、死者を悼む気持ちがない奴なんているわけねえだろ。
This is a total war. Hundreds of millions have died in the battle to protect humanity from the beta. Service pilots are humanity's sword and shield. In this line of work, people you knew die every day. It's impossible to grow numb from the pain of losing someone dear to you. Their words, sentences.
でもならどうして？
この状況を考えろよ。
状況？
今この場の話じゃねえよ。この JP、俺たち全員が置かれている状況だ。
Shit's kind of fucked, dog. There's no beta around, no gunfire to be heard. It's not business as usual anymore, but we're still at war. With, like, the fucking world, dog. It was like metaphysical war, you dig?
俺たちは孤立している。使える手段は戦術機だけ。その状況で戦術機を無駄に使う余裕があると思うのか？
そこが違うのよ。どうしてそこで無駄って話に流れちゃうわけ？
生きてるやつの方が重要だから。生き延びることが最優先だからだ。
それこそそんなことぐらい分かってるわよ。でもじゃあ何？生きてる人間が大切だから死人は無価値だって言いたいの？
Alright, you're both like talking past each other at this point.
こそなんでそうなる？
We need a mediator.
優先度の問題だ。
God fucking damn it! Again with this shit. We're never gonna see eye to eye, are we?
今は非常事態なんだぞ。分かってるのか？リリアだって昨日見ただろ。この何もない潮の砂漠を。
それがなんだっていうの？
合衆国の正規戦術規模艦一隻。俺たちが死んだら、
Yeah.
こいつもまた潮にまみれて忘れられる。
Nice and brined. Pickled, even.
忘れられる。
そうだ。この世界に残された貴重な戦力。人類の秩序を再構築する合衆国の軍隊。
Mm-hmm.
俺たちはそれを守らなきゃいけない。生きて、生き延びて。
You are vital to securing the American hegemony. You must not die here.
一つでも多くの選択肢を手元に残さなきゃいけないことぐらい、お前だってわかるだろ。大体全滅しちまったらな。お前の言う語り継ぐって話だって不可能になるんだぞ。
Mm-hmm. Big picture, big picture. Lily's contradicting herself and she can't even see it. How can we keep the memories of our fallen comrades alive if we're dead ourselves? That's why we must put our own survival at first. There's no other choice.
へえ、言ってくれるじゃない。非常事態ね。
何？
何が昨日見たよ。私だってね、シアトルの上でずっとこの世界を眺め続けてきたわよ。水力をなくして物資を食いつぶしていくだけで選択肢なんて最初から一つもなくて3ヶ月よ。来る日も来る日も何もない海なのよ。流されてく座標にあるはずの島すら影も形もないのよ。
それは
非常事態？面白い非常事態ね。温かい食事が出てお風呂がついて足りないのはプールとテニスコート？
I mean, you probably still can't play tennis up on the flight
そうい
deck.
う問題じゃないってことぐらい分かってるはずだぞ。
We get 3 meals a day, but so what? There's no point whatsoever in rationing our food. Shit, it would only make our mission harder. That's just virtue signaling, you goddamn hypocrite. She wants to play tragic heroine? Fine by me, but she'll have to do it by herself. Because what does she think's gonna happen if we start rationing our supplies? The ship's morale is guaranteed to hit rock bottom. That's what's gonna happen.
あら、ごめんなさい。確かにそうね。あんまり余裕ある非常事態だからつい忘れちゃったの。
俺たちはふぬけてるって言いたいのか？
ふぬけてるわよ。現実から目をそらしてばかりじゃない。
どっちがだよ。死人でも構わないなんてセリフで推進剤を無駄にばらまくのが現実だっていうのかよ。
残量も何もかも計算の上でやってたことよ。隣で全部見てたでしょ。
Could have used that propellant to extend our fucking signal range, but hey, you know.
一英士の考えうる範囲内ではな。 全体最適を考えられる権限も情報も俺たちにはなかったんだぞ。
また上の代弁者やめてよ。上の考えを勝手に想像して持論を補強してるだけじゃない。人類の秩序だの合衆国の戦力なんてのもそうよ。自分の不安を重ねて生き延びたいって市場を正当化しているようにしか
I
聞こえ
mean,
ないわ。
they might.
そうかよ。
You don't know that.
じゃあ言わせてもらうけどな。
何がよ。
忘れられたくない。一人で死にたくない。
That's why she went so hard at us earlier. She feels really strongly about this.
自分は見捨てられたくない。だから自分も見捨てない。語り継ぐ。
Mm-hmm.
そう叫んで死人を漁ってるようにしか見えねえんだよ。
死者はそんな都合のいい存在じゃないわ。
You sure about that? Kind of sounds like it.
レナードの件は悪かったわよ。ちょっと
なんだよ急に。
Why is she acting all meek now?
でもその死者こそウィルがあなたたちが目を背けてる現実の一つよ。
どういう意味だ。
Yeah, what?
例えばウィルだって心のどこかでは理解してるんだわ。
おい、答えろよ。
Yeah, not really. Just spell it out for us. What's she getting at here? Why is she suddenly being so agreeable? How am I supposed to know what she's talking about if she won't even explain it to me?
残された貴重な戦力。そうじゃなきゃあんなセリフが出てくるわけないもの。
だから一人で勝手に納得してんじゃん。
ウィル、
なんだよ。
死傷者は約1000名近い。艦長の言葉だけどそのうち相当数が亡くなられてるわよね。
Yes.
医療エリアを見た限りそんなに入院者がいるように
Didn't see too
見え
many?
なかったから。
Pretty empty, a lot of empty bunks.
それがどうしたってんだ。
Well, that's a given. We've been stuck here for 3 months. Carrier's medical facilities are limited. The people who only had minor injuries were just discharged a long time ago. The unlucky ones with the serious injuries, they've all died already. The only people stuck in sickbay these days have got compound fractures or severe but not life-threatening injuries. Getting back on your feet from that takes time. That's why they're still hospitalized.
その人たちどうしたの。レベル 4C28 ブロック。
Well, close to 1,000 casualties, not counting, well, you know, there's only so much room in the morgue. There's probably some in the freezer, too. Like, in the fucking kitchen. That's what they do in submarines. Block C28. I only mentioned the morgue in a fit of rage the other day. I can't believe she remembered the exact block. She has quite the memory.
遺体が残ってるやつだな。
Yeah.
あいつらをいつか必ずステイツに連れ帰ってやるのも俺たちの任務だよ。
Wish you could do the same for everyone, but we lost many bodies to the sea during the Great Ocean collapse.
やっぱりね。
おい、リリア。
私ちょっと注意に愚信してくる。
おい、待てよ。まだ話は。
Oh, fuck. She's doing whatever she wants again. I'm getting sick and tired of dealing with her temper tantrums.
私たち覚悟を決めるべきなのよ。生きている私たち自身の。
リリア、おい。
Pair ourselves with the worst? What's she talking about? Ah, crap. When did we even start screaming at each other? Good thing there's practically no one around in this cafeteria at this time of day.
なかなか派手にやったじゃない。
メル。
Yeah, that was quite some fucking spat you guys just had. Impeccable timing, as always. Totally slipped my mind that she never sticks to the regular hours.
MA に見つかんなくてよかったね。最近風紀にうるさいらしいじゃん。
まあな。
Yeah, people are probably starting to get cabin fever at this point. A heated argument like that, one that could have negatively affected the ship's morale, yeah, there would have been hell to pay if the master at arms had seen us. But I don't have time to worry about that now.
まあそんなに乾パンダイエットが好きなら止めないよ。どうよ。
この間のも見てたのか。
見てたのは私じゃないけどね。
Mm-hmm.
我らの情報網は常に柱の陰にいるのだよ、君。
Gotta love those three-letter agencies. Wonderful. She's the last person I wanted to know.
で、追いかけないの？リリア行っちゃったよ。
追いかけてもしょうがないだろう。
Why would I do that? You don't need to be Nostradamus to predict we'd only end up getting into another fight.
ありゃ、少年、ひよっちゃうの？今ここでごまかしたって、君らエレメントじゃろ？任務じゃ家でも顔合わすんじゃないん？
任務に市場は出さねえよ。まあ、逆にあいつが任務に市場を持ち込んだら嫌でもぶつかるんだろうけどな。
Be the bigger man.
何それ？とはなる逃走宣言？男の子だね、ウィル。
仕方ないだろう。その、なんだ。
She's just a little abrasive. Just a bit.
生き延びるためのリソースを市場で潰されたくないんだよ、俺は。
Making the survivors our foremost priority strikes me as such an obvious choice to make. I'm having trouble wrapping my head around the fact she disagrees. Or maybe that's not the issue at all. Maybe I'm the one who's missing the forest for the trees.
市場云々が根本的相違ね。ほんと君らって。
Yeah, be our distant third-party observer who's able to, you know, see it all and fucking break it down for us.
飯まだなんだろ？こっちも結局食いそびれちまったし。
It's gonna be awkward if we force Mel to take sides, so let's not do that. I'll simply grab something to eat and try to put those thoughts away.
ウィル？
なんだよ。ドリンクなら俺にじゃなくて。
君、真面目に考えたことあるのかな？
え？
What's up with her?
真面目にだよ、この状況。
おい、なんなんだよ一体。
リリアが言ってたじゃん。ウィルはさ、この現実から目を背けてないって言い切れる？
Yeah, we're all just fucking basically slowly rotting away here while still alive, but hey. I know that look. There's no way out. I haven't known Mel that long, for that long, but I know her well enough to realize she won't drop it. Oh, God, what is it with the woman around me?
考えてるよ。だいたい俺のどこが目を背けてる？どう考えても現実を見据えてるのは俺の方だろ。
ほうほう。で、その現実って何？
は？何って、この状況に決まってんだろ。
だから、この状況って？
I mean, we're just pretty much punching in the dark here, hoping we'll fucking hit something. And hopefully that something will be another fucking ship that can come pick us all up. She should know exactly what our situation's like, so that can't be it. What's Mel getting at? We've been beached here for months. On its face, her question makes no sense.
君らの素敵な戦術規模感は、今ここに座礁してて、孤立してて、通信もつながらない。
そうだよ。それが現実だ。
そんだけ？
そんだけって。いい加減しつこいぞ、メル。
Yeah, just spell it out for us.
ウィル、それ本当に分かってて言ってる？
だから何をだよ。メル、今日のお前何かおかしいぞ。
Yeah, she's starting to get on my nerves. Mel's the type who won't shut up when she knows something you don't, so what's the deal with this... Socratic? Sure, Socratic bullcrap.
オーケー。じゃあそれがウィル。いや、君ら JFK にとっての現実だとしよ
う。俺らにとってって。やけに突っかかるな。
いいから。でさ、その現実を見据えて、君ら一体何してるの？
fucking running these relay missions.
そりゃメルが一番知ってる話だろ。中継機を設置して外部との接触を目指す。食料にも限界がある以上、それが生き残る唯一の道だ。
ふーん。
ってお前な、人に散々分かりきったことばっか説明させといて。
Yeah, enough with the little fucking coy act, like, oh, so high and mighty. Of all the possible times to play 20 questions, she just had to pick the moment right after I argued with Lilia.
だっておかしいじゃんそれ。
さっきからこのセリフばっかだな。 体何がだよ。いい加減何が言いたいのかはっきり。
だって君らの現実は JFK の周りだけなんじゃろ。
え？
母艦の外の世界なんてないふりしてんだからさ。接触する外部なんてあるわけないじゃん。きっとこの先ずっと行くと海が切れて滝になって落ちてるんでしょ。大亀の背中かなんかの上でさ。
何を言ってるんだ。
ウィル、いや君だけじゃない。まあ
And that
オージーも
is?
同じかな。少なくとも生粋の連中はともかく。
Must be an Anglo thing.
君らの言う現実ちと狭くないかい？ JFK の
何？
外の世界と連絡を取れば助けが来ると信じてる。
But if shit's so fucked, they might not even care.
君らを助けてくれる外側
Or
の世
even be
界
able to.
無条件で信じてる。
そんなことは。
ねえウィル、最初に聞いたよね。真面目に考えたことあるかって。真面目に
If it's this bad here,
この世界のことをさ。
how is it in the rest of the world? Yeah. The rest of the world?
聞いたよ。フライングブーム作戦じゃハワイを目指すんだって。もちろんそりゃ間違っちゃいないよ。ブルーオーシャン最大の集結予定地はハワイだもん。
Mm-hmm.
誰かしら集まってるだろうし、だから私も徹夜で頑張ったんだもんね。
分かってるじゃねえか。だったら。
でもハワイ自体が無事だったかどうかなんて。
Yeah. There might not even be a
誰にも
Hawaii
わからない。
anymore.
ハワイだけじゃないよね。ステイツは他のすべての世界は。
やめろ。
This is the last thing I want to hear. Obviously, I've thought about the possibility, but now's not the time. We need to focus on the things we can actually change.
なんで？現実を見据えるんじゃなかったの？
それは。
合衆国の正規戦術機母艦一隻。
They probably would have come for it by now.
あ？
わかるよ。大事な戦力だよね。世界で何隻しかない貴重なでっかいお船だよね。
メル、冗談なら。
なのになんで誰も
Yeah.
探しに来ないの？
それは通信障害もあるだろう。座標だって特定は。
It's still a carrier, my guy. Why is Mel bringing this up now?
こんなデカブツ衛星飛ばせばすぐに見つかるよ。
Mm-hmm.
太平洋のこの辺なら遠慮なく飛行機だって使えるじゃん。
だからそれは多分救難の優先順位とか。
Not a carrier. Why does she need to point this out now?
合衆国の正規母艦の優先度が低い。いやー、さすがすごいなお金持ち。
Mel, there's a time for that kind of talk, and this sure isn't it.
こんな状況だから言うけどさ、ウィル。私ね、バビロンの時は国連の観測班にいたんだよ。
During Babylon. Huh?
観測班。
G-Day のね。
During Operation Babylon?
中継機に転用できる機材があんだけあったのはそれが理由。
Yeah, doesn't matter how much of a genius Mel is. No one would trust her blindly, at least not to that extent. But what does that have to do with anything?
だから私は君らよりちょっとだけ妄想が進んでいるのかもしれないね。
一体何を。
別に大したことは何も。あの日ユーラシア外縁部の背部に一斉に中
Yeah?
断攻撃が始まって、第一波がモニュメントもレーザー級も吹っ飛ばしたところで間髪入れず内陸部の背部にも第2波投下。すごかったね。衛星画像で見てただけだけどさ、オリジナルハイブも
Oh, cool.
さっ
So
ぱり。
they did take out the original hive.
ウィルも覚えてるっしょ？あの時のアメリカ万歳三唱。
So that means, oh god, what's that one beta called? Fucking superior? I don't know. You know, the supervisor, the tentacle guy who fucking shanked Maya, and we blew her up. Yeah, him. He's done, which means there's no centralized quote-unquote command structure to the beta anymore.
さすがのメル様も感動だったよ、ほんと。
そりゃ覚えてるさ。ついに人類は勝ったんだって。
And by we, I don't just mean the American Armed Forces. The entire world was losing its mind. At that point, we had yet to assume control of any hive. Still, the monuments in Beta on the surface were utterly annihilated. And it's not like we destroyed one or two hives, no. We destroyed them all.
そんで謎の巨大な台風に見舞われた。
Yeah. What?
ハイブ周辺は軒並みすっぽり暴風域に覆われて、沿岸部じゃ謎の海面上昇。ユーラシア水没の予測が出て、ブルーオーシャンが発動して。
Almost like you affected, gravity in certain points of the continent and pulled water from the oceans.
大海放、大津波、異常気象。衛星は死んで、通信も死んで。ただ、こうもいろいろあってさ、みんな忘れちゃってると思うんだけど。
I don't remember anyone overlooking anything. I mean, that was an unprecedented catastrophe. Pretty sure anyone who matters was taking notes.
真っ先に後方との連絡が途絶えたじゃん。
いや、それを忘れるわけが。
あれ、通信がくたばる前だったって覚えてる？
いや、そんな、そうだったか。
This is absurd, but what if she's not wrong? They can't be, because if she's right, it's a game changer.
いろいろ錯綜してたから厳密なことは言えないけどね。衛星も一気に落ちたわけじゃないし。
Hmm.
結局あの時何が起きたのか、今何が起きてるのかなんてこの状況でわかるわけないけどさ。でも君んとこの本土もオーストラリアも大解放以前に何かがあった。
Before.
そうとしか思えないんだよね。
Speculation. This is nothing but speculation. Mel's right about this sequence of events. There's only one possible conclusion.
上はさすがに考えてると思うけど、君らはどうなんだい？外の世界のことを真面目に。
This is the first time I'm talking about this with someone else, but it's not like I didn't notice something went very wrong before.
それを考えたことがないやつなんていないだろう。
Anyone who experienced the Great Ocean collapse would wonder about the state of the world and whether they'd have a place to go home to.
俺だって想像ぐらいしたことはある。
したことあるってのは考えないようにしてるのと同じだよ。分かってる？
バカにすんな。それぐらい分かってる。
へえ、本当かね。
I mean, he's a bit of an idiot.
分かってる。
I mean, he's a Marine after all.
でもな。
Yeah, I've given it some thought, and I've reached a conclusion.
それを考えたところで
Mm-hmm.
何になるんだろう。
No point thinking. It's like the fucking Sailor Moon image. Thinking won't get us anywhere.
外の世界がどうなっていようと、俺たちには推進剤を消費して少しずつ前に進む以外に道はない。生き残ってる誰かと接触を回復させる。それ以外にできることなんてないんだ。
まあ、そりゃ真実だね。
Fair, excuse me? Dinkum?
だろう。そんな時に世界がどうなって
God, I hate Australians.
想像しても何も変わらない。目先のことに集中しなきゃいけない時だってある。
I would like them better if they finally let us build that base. That base there. That'd be nice.
うん、分かってるよ。
Great. So this entire conversation was for nothing.
だったらなんで。
違うよウィル。つまりウィルも分かってんじゃん。
俺が分かってる。
Can she stop speaking in riddles already?
そう。つまりウィルの言う現実とやらも実のところ生きるための方便だってことがさ。
Yes.
おうおう誤解すんなよ。責めてるわけじゃないってば。それが今取れる唯一の現実策なのも正しいし。でも何より大切なのはそれ
Yeah.
が希望ってことだよウィル。
Without hope, what's the point in living, in fighting?
その現実ってのは生きるための希望なわけでしょ。
Mm-hmm.
そうだ。俺たちは生きるための希望に集中して。
うん。だったらそれってさ、リリアの言う死者と向き合う姿勢と大した違いってないんじゃない？
それは
I want to give absolute priority to our survival. Lilia wants to go out of her way to preserve the memory of the dead. Somehow, her views are not completely at odds.
ウィルは希望を外に見出してる。
Mm-hmm.
リリアは覚悟を内に求めてる。どっちも生きるため、生きてる自分らのためってのは同じ。
You're right.
生きるために。
君ら二人、手段が違うだけで、目指してるところは同じなんだよ。
そんなことは。
Yes, Wei.
さっきも言ったけど、非難がましく聞こえちゃってたら謝るにゃ。そうやって余計な思考をすっぱり切り落とす。ある意味での能天気さっていうか。そういうアメリカ人のタフさは羨ましいし、それが今までだって人類を救ってきた面もあるんだから。
Mm-hmm.
褒められてんだかけなされてんだかわかんねえ。
Thinking just slows you down. Just do it. Worry about the consequences later.
ウィル流の辛口が戻ってきたね。
Mel was worried about me, huh? I mean, it's easier to be objective when you don't have dog in the fight, but I'm impressed. She must have been paying pretty close attention to us. I think Lily and I have the same goal in mind.
ならもう一丁。今回も救ってみたらどうよ。
え？
リリアが何かするって言うなら、そのバランスを取るのは
Mm-hmm.
ウィルの役目じゃろ。
それは。
目的は同じで、しかも君らマリンコは同志じゃんか。
メル。
何？
今度なんかおごるわ。無事向こうに帰れたらな。
Woohoo!
やれやれ、めんどくさいやつ。
A what? A who? A gala? I don't know who or what that is. Since Lily was trying to catch the commander, there's only one place she could be. Bingo.
リリア、
ウィル？
注意は毎週この時間ここで会議だからな。
All according to plan. Glad I made it in time.
そうみたいね。
たく先走りやがって。
先走るって。
No, let's not fucking start this conversation off on a bad foot, my guy.
来ることないと思うけど。それとも止めに来たわけ。
Well, I guess that's how it looks from her point of
ご
view.
めんねよ。
But she's wrong. I kind of understand what Mel's been trying to tell me, but her lesson hasn't sunk in yet. I'll have to play things by ear for a bit.
俺たちはエレメントだろ。相棒が愚信するなら同席するってだけだ。
I need to hear her out with an open mind. Won't understand where Lily is coming from otherwise. Plus, she is my partner.
エレメントってまだ単なるローテーションじゃない。
Oh, hush.
関係ねえだろ。次の任務で注意が編成決めるまでお前が俺のバディだ。
はいはい。
You don't need to chug the Kool-Aid, but a nice little sip every now and again doesn't hurt.
それに止めはしないけど無茶言ったら諌めるぐらいはしないとな。
That's a half-baked excuse, but it should be better than nothing.
分かったわよ。
おや、自ら出頭とは律儀なもんだね。
しかし出頭ですか？
食堂でまたやらかしたそうじゃないか。
Ooh. Wait, how? We came here straight from the cafeteria. Does that mean, like, that information on the ship travels faster than people?
狭い船の上さ。
Yeah.
噂の速さをなめるんじゃないよ。
はあ。
And from the looks of it, she's talking literally.
ま、通りすがりの MA が耳打ちしてくれたってだけのことだからね。
Ah, so that's it. Wait, how's that any better? We're still screwed.
状況に鑑み、わざわざ私に判断を一任してくれた心優しい MA さ。
What?
どう料理してやろうかと思ってたら、自らお出ましとはね。
Mm-hmm.
はい、その
Make us fucking play nice.
話があるんだろ。ま、聞こうじゃないか。さて、リリア・シェルベリ少尉、何か私に話があるそうだが。
So the few remaining people could hear every last word we shouted at each other. From their perspective, it sounded like we were bad-mouthing our superior officers. Not great for the carrier's morale. Worst case scenario, we're facing disciplinary action here. And if it comes to that, my punishment will be harsher than Lilia's, all because I had to go and talk to Mel right after our argument.
若干長くなりますが、お聞きいただければ幸いです。
許可する。そのために呼んだんだからね。
ありがとうございます。
Commander's not about to go off on us quite yet, but she might change her tune depending on what Lilia says next. Well, I'll see how things play out soon enough. I came here to hear what Lilia has to say anyway.
あの日から96日が経ちました。96日。G-Day から3ヶ月です。
God, has it really been that long? We've been spinning our wheels in place for 3 months now, just trying to survive. Anxiety has a way of dulling your sense of time.
ここに来るまでに、この船も
Yeah, just kind of getting a
制御
rhythm.
を失ったと聞いています。私も同じく数多くの仲間を失いました。先日の発見に鑑みれば、シアトルの兵員もマリーンたちも
Mm-hmm.
生存は絶望的です。
シェルベリ少尉。
Probably a pretty big bitter pill to swallow.
ウィル、またやらかす
No,
気
no,
か。
not a pitter bill. I don't know what that is.
先ほどのウィルとのトラブルは私が悪かったのだと反省しています。艦内のある意味で弛緩した雰囲気に対する私の八つ当たりでした。
Understandable. Complacent? We're all on edge here. I honestly find it hard to believe she hasn't noticed. Mel's gotta be wrong. We can't be after the same thing. No way.
ほう、弛緩とは大きく出たね。
And the commander's back to confrontation mode. Thanks for nothing, Lilia.
申し訳ありません。言葉の選択を誤りました。
構わないよ。口を挟んで悪かった。続けな。
は。では任務遂行に対するある種の自己欺瞞と言い換えさせていただきます。
了解した。だがね、あまりお役所みたいな言葉を選ぶことはないよ。
Mm-hmm.
了解です。
The most effective way of doing it. Willful self-deception, she says. That squares with what Mel said earlier, doesn't it? That everyone here has some kind of tunnel vision.
私はこれは私の憶測に過ぎません。ですが私はステイツがすでに壊滅している可能性を否定できません。
Yeah.
ほう。
There it is. The last thing anyone wanted to hear. But even if words, my brain just stopped working. But even if we were to talk about it, it wouldn't change anything. Hell, it would be counterproductive to bring it up. The ship's morale would hit rock bottom.
そのことを心のどこかでは想像しながらも決して言葉や態度には出さず 任務に邁進
Yeah, all that water that used to be here has to be somewhere else now. What?
隊長をはじめとする我がマリーンコア、そして JFK のセイラー一同のその高潔さには正直感服いたします。
Hope is what we need to move forward, just like Mel said.
そんな時に世界がどうなってるかなんて想像しても何も変わらない。
We've willingly put on blinders to take our minds away from our uncertain future. That's something only an outsider could notice. Still, that can't possibly be what you wanted to talk about with the commander. I'm sure she's not showing all her cards quite yet.
不安を胸に抱えながらも誇りあるアメリカ軍人として誰にも恥じぬよう規律を保ってこられたのだと思います。
Thanks, but this sounds like a fucking metal citation that you're writing right now. There's no running away from reality. Lily is not going to openly claim our way of doing things has been wrong all along, but that's the only thing I can imagine she's hinting at. So what? Is she going to suggest we add search and rescue to the mission parameters? Can't be. That's a non-starter. I saw how serious Lilia is about trying anything and everything within the confines of Operation Flying Boom with my own two eyes. She's not going to double down on a proposal she knows is doomed from the start.
リリア・シェルベル少尉、話の途中ですまないが
Shoot.
はい。
JFK の専任として貴様の賞賛に感謝する。その通り、私ら母艦の人間は他の輸送艦、オーストラリアの連中
Yeah,
にとっても
everyone just follows the
鏡になっては
Americans'
ならない。
lead. Oh god, give me a sec. I gotta blow my nose. Ugh, gross. You got in my mustache. Ugh. Yuck. Disgusting. Oh, God, but I feel better now. Where were we? Oh, yeah.
貴様はそのことを改めて認識させてくれた。ありがとう。
は、身に余る光栄です。
The fact that Lilia got Commander Darrell say anything that much shows she really can put herself in our shoes. But what I don't get is, what was the point in saying the United States might be gone already? Where's she going with this?
注意。
続けな。
はい。今申し上げました通り、本国の壊滅などを思考から排除しておくことは、現実としての任務を遂行する上では重要と考えます。
Mm-hmm.
ですが一方で、決して思考から除外してはならない存在があるはずです。
うん。
Just accept that it might be a possibility and just keep working as we have been, I have no idea what she's thinking, but I can tell she's gonna bring up something about keeping the memories of the dead alive again.
注意。明後日、5月31日は、簡略ながら式典が準備されていると伺いましたが。
そうだ。31日はメモリアルデーだからね。
Ah, that's right. Memorial Day. Day to remember and honor all American soldiers who died while serving in the United States Armed Forces. We fly the flag at half-mast from sunrise to noon and carry the stars and stripes to their graves. Of course, there's no graveyard around here, so we really can't do the second part. Instead, we'll only assemble on deck with the flag at half-mast, where the captain will deliver a rousing speech.
それがどうかしたのかい?
Probably lie down a reef somewhere, or throw it into the ocean.
その日に合わせ、部隊操の執行を具申いたします。
What?
ほう。いいだろう。理由を聞こうじゃないか。
はい。我々は覚悟を決めるべきなのだと思います。
覚悟ね。
もう一つの現実。本国がすでに壊滅している可能性、あるいは我々が帰還するまでに予想を超える年月を要する可能性を見据える必要があると思うのです。繰り返しになりますが、この日、この地に至るまでに我々は数多くの戦友を失いました。ですが、今この世界に 我々以外に彼らを弔い語り継ぐ誰かが残っているのでしょうか。
You know, hypothetically, we're the only ones left.
もし我々が彼らを葬り語り継がなければ、彼らはこの世界に居場所を失うことになります。
You mean, like they never existed?
それは取りも直さず、我々もまた彼らの居場所となる機会を失うことになると思うのです。
She's trying to say this is our last chance. Either we tell their stories now and keep their memory alive, or we don't, and they'll inevitably fade from our minds. It'd be as if our friends never existed, and their memories would be erased by our own
生
hands.
きている我々のために、彼らの居場所となるために。
Just makes it sound so obvious. But is it really what our friends would have wanted? The dead don't have a voice. Whatever we decide, we'll be making the choices all by ourselves. Is that the right thing to do?
3ヶ月、彼らを弔い語り継ぐべき時が来たのではないかと思います。ここを、この潮の砂漠へと変貌した世界を亡き戦友と我々の集う場所にすべきです。前に進むためにです。帰還を諦めるのではなく、ここから始
Okay,
めるため
okay.
に。
I can dig.
以上、武信いたします。
なるほどね。リリアの意見はよくわかったよ。コリンズ少尉、意見を聞こうか。
は、
Way to pass the buck, Commander. I guess this is what it feels like to be between a rock and a hard place.
死者を悼むのは当然の感情です。
Here goes nothing.
ですが今、それをこの地でなすべきか、正直言えばわかりません。ブルーオーシャン作戦でこの間に集った戦友たちが故郷を目指していたのは事実です。
Mm-hmm.
また我々の中には彼らを国に連れ帰ることに意義を見出している者も
Yeah.
少なくないと思います。この故郷から遠く離れた不毛の地に彼らを葬ることが彼らの我々のためになるのか。
I understand where Lily is coming from. As Mel wisely pointed out, preserving the memory of our dead helps us keep our hopes alive. But now, it sounds less like they're helping us stay alive, and more like we're only using them to soothe our consciences. Consciences?
これは死
Consciences.
者への敬意に欠けるかもしれませんが、
Words.
現実論として申し上げます。
Someone has to say this. Might as well be me.
彼らを埋葬するにしても必ずリソースを消耗します。
それは事実だな。
はい。規模を考えれば埋葬地を掘り返す重機や強化外骨格、搬送に使用する車両。
You see, there's these things called shovels and a wheelbarrow.
そのすべてが限りある燃料を消費します。他方、彼らを安置し続けるコストは無尽蔵に等しい原子炉からの電力だけで済みます。
And well, you see, you guys are Marines and part of the Navy, so there's this thing called burial at sea, where you just put them in a bag with a big fucking weight in the bottom and dump them in the ocean. Completely acceptable thing to do. There's even, if you served in the Navy, you can request to be buried at sea for your funeral. I forget the exact regulation for it. There's like certain stipulations of people who are like, I guess not authorized is the proper term for it, but you know, who qualify for it. I'd have to like read through the regulation, but it's a thing. Oh, I should have read my lines. It's too late to stop now. I can't go back on my words. This late in the game, there's no need to pretend we could dictate policy.
ウィル、注意よろしいでしょうか。あくまで試験です。死者を代弁することは誰にもできません。ですが、もし私が先にこの地に倒れていたとしたら、
リリア、
私は私の死から誰
Understandable.
かが意義を見出してほしいとそう思います。故郷に帰るまでの一つの足がかりとして。
Oh, so that's what she means. She's convinced the dead are intended to help the living in their struggles.
もちろん生き延びた誰かがいつか故郷に帰ることができたなら、その時再びこの場所に聖者が集い、今度こそ彼らを連れ帰ればよいのだとそう思います。
Okay, okay.
彼らを弔うのは彼らと共にあるためであり、私たちが生きていくためなんです。
俺たちと共に。
Final chance to be together with the people we've
生
lost.
きていれば、生きている限りどんな苦難に直面しようと生き抜く覚悟はできているから。
I'll be damned. She really is tougher than nails. Her determination to face this brave new world is clear from her words. Compared to Lilia, we were all sticking our heads in the sand.
US マリーンは常に国民の規範たれか。
はっ。
お嬢ちゃんにそれを教えられるとはね。私もそれなりに参ってたのかね。
Can't believe Commander Darl, the most stubborn woman in the God's green earth, is throwing in the towel so quickly. But I have to admit, she's not the only one Lily is convinced today.
リリア、貴様、艦長の前で同じことは言えるかい？
もちろんです。
I mean, the captain seems like a nice dude from what we've seen of him so far. That one
式
interaction.
に関わる言葉を使ってしまいましたが、そもそも艦全体での不安の蓄積、艦長も気づいておられないわけはないと思います。
そうか。
What's she doing?
ああ、私だ。そう。艦長に愚信したい話があってね。時間を抑えてもらえるかい？
通ったのか。
Wait, she wants Lilia to talk to the captain now?
そうだね。もうあさっての検査。ああ、よろしく頼んだよ。リリア・シェルベリ少尉。
はっ。
行くよ。今すぐ艦長がお会いになるそうだ。
Ooh.
同行いたします。
ウィル、あんたは。いや、その面じゃ無理だね。
Yeah, you're just an eyesore. Be gone.
了解しました。
ビル、ありがとう。
You're not pretty enough to move the commander's heartstrings. Sure didn't see this coming.
ここに来るまでにこの船も多くの戦友を失ったと聞いています。私も同じく数多くの仲間を失いました。もし我々が彼らを葬り語り継がなければ、彼らはこの世界に居場所を失うことになります。それは取りも直さず、我々もまた彼らの居場所となる機会を
That is indeed what she
失う
said
ことにな
like
るのです。
5 minutes ago. Comrades in arms. Cliche way to refer to those who fight alongside us, but also the best term we have to describe a bond that only we soldiers will understand. Though we may fight for humanity or our countries, more than anything else, we're fighting so the people standing shoulder to shoulder with us live to see another day.
彼らを弔うのは彼らと共にあるためであり、私たちが生きていくためなんです。生きていれば、生きている限り、どんな苦難に直面しようと生き抜く覚悟はできているから。
生きていればか。
Mm-hmm. So it would seem
俺生きてるよな。
memories of them come so easily. Lieutenant Rosenberg, the original commander of our squadron. Leonard, my wingman.
そうだよな。ダリル隊長だってバディを失ってんだから。
Good people, all of them. If there was a single thing I could have done during the Great Ocean collapse to save them, I would have.
それが今や贅沢な空間だよな。
This used to be a room for two, a rarity on the front lines. Service pilots get preferential treatment because we stand directly in harm's way, while the carrier's crew can use the horizon as a shield.
戦争だってのに仲間や友人が死んじまったのに。
And since we can carry out our duties at little risk to ourselves these days, our privileges are no longer justified.
俺は生きてることが当たり前になってるんだよ。
We lost so many of our friends since Babylon started, and it's thanks to their sacrifice that we still draw breath. This is something we must never forget.
最悪の事態に備えるのが軍人だってのにな。
But it still sucks. We haven't lost heart. We have to bring all the survivors home to America. And we must bring our fallen comrades in arms home with us. That's why I climb into the cockpit day after day.
だからこそリリアのやることには腹が立ったんだからな。
I was certain she was jeopardizing the mission and lowering the odds of our survival. But if I considered the bigger picture, Lily and I were both doing what we thought was best to achieve our common goals.
彼らと共に生きていくためか。
That's a lofty goal, no question about it. But I'd rather worry about those of us who are stuck here first. No one's going to be left to keep their memories alive if we all end up 6 feet under ourselves.
分かってんだ。分かってんだよ。
It's not just that we'll die here if we play our cards wrong. No. We will all be forgotten, every last one of us. At least I understand that both of us are trying to figure out what's the best course of action. She believes the memories of the dead will give us hope, and I think working towards a concrete goal will keep us going. We're both after the same thing, that much is clear.
それでも俺はあいつを死なせられない。今俺なんつった？
Also, why are you just talking to yourself? What was that all about? Why am I even thinking about Lilia? We're fighting so the people standing shoulder to shoulder with us will live to see another day.
なんだよ。そういうことかよ。
JFK 管内のすべての兵員に次ぐ作業継続のまま傾聴せよ。繰り返す JFK 全兵員に次ぐ艦長より全艦放送総員作業継続のまま傾聴せよ。繰り返す艦長からの全艦放送である。作業継続のまま傾聴せよ。
What's going on?
ジョン・ F ・ケネディ艦長兼母艦打撃軍司令ジョージ・オールストンである。 JFK 並びケネディネイバルベースに集結したすべての生存者よ。しばしあの日から96日3ヶ月余りが経過した。
Yes? Is this announcement of the ceremony? That's exactly what Lily has said before, isn't it?
人類はベータを駆逐するために、そして我々がこの地にたどり着くまでにその代償として多大なる犠牲を払った。以来96日間我々は長きにわたって団結し、本日まで秩序を乱すことなく各自の責務を果たしてきた。
Yeah, this is starting to sound really familiar. She must have made quite an impression on the captain.
これは諸君らの人類に対する忠誠の表れであり、誇るべき栄誉であると認識している。よくやってくれた。
Damn, he's really going all out with the praise.
だが我々の戦いは続く。我々はこれ以上一人の人員も損なうことなく、それぞれ所属する国に帰還し、世界に秩序を構築する新たなる戦いに赴かなくてはならない。
Mm-hmm. That's pretty much what I said in the mess hall. Lilia, she understood every word.
その決意を皆と共に亡き戦友に誓いたい。明後日メモリアルデイに合わせブルーオーシャン作戦で散った者たちの軍葬を執り行う。各自斧が戦友たちへの思いを胸にこの節目に参加してもらいたい。準備に関しては上官の指示を仰ぐように。以上だ。
Mass funeral with the whole of the JFK strike group participating. Lilia, I can't believe you made it happen.
無茶しやがって。
So much for getting the day off on a federal holiday. And with that, we will end it here for today because these nice days are a good way to break up the episodes. Nice digestible chunks. Anyway, once again, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and I hope to see you all next time for the next episode of MUV Love Unlimited, the day after episode 00. Hope to see you guys all there. Later. Goodbye. Mwah.